I know that you should ignore what other people say, especially on groups and whatnot. But it is difficult because when you have anxiety and depression and learning difficulties, it's not easy to ignore. Even though, when the first pandemic and all that happened, I was answering people, but I've learnt to ignore now. But when you keep seeing comments all the time, which is the same ones, oh, can't sing, oh, someone needs to be honest here. I thought, for God's sake, give it a rest. Go and pick on someone else that have always commented on my videos. It gets on your nerves. It really does get on your nerves. I am doing my best to ignore it, but it just does my head in when I keep seeing the same old comment and you don't see those people contribute. No, what they're not actually realising is they're not seeing recent songs, they're seeing old ones. Because I'm just showing them, step by step, my songs, like from back in 2020. And then I'll be working my way up. Well, that's what I have been doing, trying to work my way up to 21, 22, 23. It will take a very long time because I've done a shitload of videos since that time. I know you're going to get people out there that's going to criticise no matter what you do. That's what it's been though. No matter what I've done or anything, I've always had people criticising. Even if it's not my singing, it's something else, no matter what I bloody do. But, it is best to ignore people, but it's very difficult at the same time. Because it's the same repetitive comment. It really is. But I'm better than those people. So, I don't really answer them now anyway. No, but when it's just the same old thing that you see, it's like, do you ever say anything else, But they don't actually contribute at all. You always find it's the ones that criticise because they're jealous and got nothing better else to do. They just call those sort of people keyboard warriors. They wouldn't say it to your face, of course they wouldn't. But I do shrug it off, even though I'm making a video, but still. I do my best, and that's all I can do. I just can't do any more than what I'm bloody doing, and people going on saying, someone needs to be honest here. But, well, you get up and do it then, instead of hiding behind your fucking screen, criticising me, Well, that's just been the story of my life, really. I've been criticised, judged, you name it. Even when I was at school, I was put down all the time. Nor do it took me a very long time to build my confidence. It really did take a very long time. There will be times where I get knockbacks, but I am better at letting it go over this head sort of thing, It's not easy when you have three things: learning difficulties, anxiety, depression. I've had people bully me, go on about my weight, my looks, It was all jealousy. I always used to think I was never good enough or anything like that, so I used to put myself down. Sometimes I may still do it because of insecurities. And when you get negativity on Facebook and outside of it, you're going to think, the worst of things, and you're going to get anxious and stuff. Where you think, someone's saying this about you, someone's saying that about you, but it's not really the case at all. But, when you have anxiety, it's such a bitch. I absolutely hate anxiety, I really do, because I overthink everything. Even a situation or something so small, I just think the worst of everything. And I hate it, because I hate thinking that way with being insecure and that. It's like when I go in the shop, I can't be in it too long because I feel like people are staring. You know, it's like eyes are on you sort of thing. It's what makes you think in your own head sort of thing. But no one's watching, no one's talking, but it just feels like that. You know, it's what it's like in my own head. Fuck knows how I go in the gym by myself, but I do it. It's hard. When I walked home alone in the dark last month, I found that a struggle. But I managed to do it because, you know, I was like not wanting to let my anxiety take over me sort of thing. So, you know, I'm slowly getting better, but it's just the whole anxiety thing. It's been there for a very long time. I mean, I've had it since when I was at school, I think, when I got left on a train by myself, by people who I thought were mates, but they weren't mates. No, because they were the same people who used to bully me. Even though it weren't at school, it was like voicemails, phone calls. So, yeah, that's just what it was like. My depression started when I lost my dad, 2008, and since then it just got worse. You know, I'm not on no tablets for anxiety or depression, no. All the doctor thought was go counselling. It did help to a certain extent, but not really a great deal. Will I always have anxiety and depression? More than likely, yeah. With learning difficulties, well, I was born 5 weeks early, so it's not my not my fault. You know, it's not my fault at all. Yeah, it's just the way it is, you know, but I have been bullied quite a lot throughout my childhood, adulthood as well. Yeah, adulthood I meant to say, not hooded, whatever I said, but there we go. You know, when people see me, they all think, oh, she's happy, but I'm not really, not deep down. Because anxiety, depression is hidden. So is my learning difficulties. People won't really see it because I don't really show it. No, I'm like very good at hiding things. Very, very good at hiding. Especially how I feel. Yeah. I do try not to let all those things bother me or try and get me down. You know, but when you get criticisms from people about your singing, it's like, here we go again. I do roll my eyes because it's all the same thing that I read twice a week. Although it's not as much as it was, but when you get the odd comment here and there and it's the same people, you'd think they'd get bored already, wouldn't you? You'd think they would. It's just, can't even get my words out properly tonight. But it's sad people who have got nothing better to do. It's easy said than done to ignore because it's not always that easy. I know you'd get the odd people saying, oh, get over it. Oh, get over the anxiety. Oh, get over the depression. I'm afraid you need educating because it's not as simple to get over anxiety. It's not as simple to just man up or get over depression because you can't. I wish I did not have learning difficulties. I wish I didn't. It's not an excuse or anything, but I do have what I have. Yeah, I was like born early, so that's why I have learning difficulties. That's why I'm a bit behind everybody else, but it doesn't make me dumb or stupid or thick. Yeah, I mean, I had people commenting saying, oh, you look like a man, or you look like a bloke. Well, you can clearly fucking see I am a woman. You can hear it in my fucking voice that I'm a woman. So to say I look like a man is an understatement. I don't have a beard. I don't have a dick. Well, I don't. It's true, though, isn't it? I have bloody boobs, for fuck's sake. But, oh, my God. I know why people might think it, because I know some people end up being trans in the end. Well, that's people's choice, isn't it? But I was born a woman. Last time I checked, I was a woman. And I'm still a bloody woman, and I always will be, you know. I'm not going to change sex. I'm happy as a bloody woman. So why on earth would I want to be a man? You know, no offence to men, but they have it easy compared to us women. But like I said, everyone who knows me can clearly see I'm a fucking woman. I look like one and I sound like one. So how on earth can I look like a bloke? I just roll my eyes because it's people being dickish. It really is. You do get people out there that act stupid, but they need to grow the fuck up, you know. You're not at school anymore. You might be having banter with your mates, but grow up. You know, I mean, everyone does silly things, you know. But you live and you learn, don't you? Yeah, I've learnt from my mistakes, but I'm not a bad person. But you do get people out there that are really childish. I just don't know why people have to be like it to other people, especially if they've got anxiety, depression, learning difficulties, or whatever else they've got. You know, other sort of mental health conditions, or other learning difficulties that you just don't see because it's in. You know, it's invisible, I think, isn't it? It just, what I basically mean by that, it's hidden. That's what I mean. But whatever people say about me online, I'm like, okay, whatever. I've heard all this shit before because I have anyway. Whatever people used to say about me looking like a bloke, I've heard it all before because that used to get said to me at school. Even though it weren't directly, it was voicemails. That's just how childish they were at that point. Yeah, I've heard it all. I've heard the same thing before. Oh, can't sing. Well, at least I get up and do it. At least I don't hide behind my fucking keyboard. You know? Yeah, I might be swearing, but doesn't everybody? You know, it's what people do nowadays. Everyone swears, you know. It's, you know, so, yeah. I just thought I'd do a video, but I'm not going to let anything bother me or anybody because I'm way better than that. Well, I think the reason why I've done the video is just because basically I'm like sharing my own experiences and whatnot. And I'm just putting the message out there that I'm not letting any troll or anyone bother me. No. I'm getting better at learning to ignore, but it does need to go over the head. But because with anxiety and depression, and it's not an easy thing at all because you just overthink. But it don't help because I have learning difficulties. It doesn't help at all. Not many people would know that because they don't really see me. And they don't really know a lot about me. So, but also it's hidden. That's why people don't really know. Yeah, I know I can, you know, do more better at ignoring people, not responding, even though I'm not really doing it as much as I used to, but at least I can say I'm getting better. You know, if they keep saying the same old, oh, you can't sing, oh, you look like a bloke, oh, people need to be honest here, the same old shit, you know. Yeah, just carry on ignoring it. You know, if other people are getting the same sort of thing, not about singing, but other things, ignore. They will soon fuck off. Trust me, they will. They'll soon go away to someone else. That's what people like that do. Trolls. You know, it's always best to ignore. Ignore the fools, because that's what they are. They might think it's banter what they're doing, but it's not banter. Because they don't think about what they're doing to other people's mental health. They just don't think about that at all, you know. So, like I say, I've learnt a lot. And I know a lot more than what I did before. So, I'm really glad that I know a lot more than I did before. But I do not, like, have a bad bone in me or nothing, no. No. I mean, everyone does silly things, don't they? And then they make up for it. That's what I've always done. Whenever I've made a mistake or done something silly, I'm like, I quickly rectify it, sort it out, make amends. That's just what I do because I'm a genuine person. So, yeah, I might not need to explain myself, but I just wanted to do this video anyway. Basically, I'm just showing everybody the real me, because this is me. Even if you see me in person, I will be exactly the same. My friends who know me, and everyone else that knows me actually, will know this is me anyway. What you see is what you get with me, but this is what I'm like in real life. I would never pretend to be somebody I'm not. No, definitely not. But this is me. And I'm just really glad that I'm showing you the real me.